Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my channel, Learn Math with Syed Ali. So, since we are in a COVID-19 situation, and we are helping each other and the community to reduce the spread of COVID-19, schools are closed, and we are receiving public health agency instructions and recommendations. So please isolate at home, avoid spreading of illness to others, and social distancing is the message of the day. Here, since schools are closed, we are having a grade 8 Pythagorean theorem, and we know that Pythagorean theorem deals with the right angle triangle, and a right angle triangle is the one which has got a 90-degree angle included in it. So this is my right angle triangle. Identify legs and hypotenuse of a right angle triangle. So right angle triangle definition is a triangle which has got 90 degree in it. So if 90 degree is there, the triangle is called right angle triangle. So identify legs and hypotenuse. So hypotenuse definition is the side adjacent, the side opposite to the 90 degree. What is opposite to the 90 degree? Whichever way the triangle is made, for example, triangle is made like this, my 90 degree is this, opposite to this 90 degree is this. So the side opposite to 90 degree, I will write it here for you, side opposite to 90 degree angle is called hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. And hypotenuse is always the longer side in a triangle. Hypotenuse, this is always longer side in a right angle triangle. So whichever is opposite to the 90 degree angle is the hypotenuse. So in this case, my hypotenuse is this. In this case, my hypotenuse is this. So whichever way it is constructed, opposite to the 90 degree, the side opposite to the 90 degree is called hypotenuse. And it is always the longer side in a right angle triangle. So it's always longer, right? So it consists of three sides. Any or every triangle consists of three sides. So the longer side, if it is a right angle triangle, longer side is called hypotenuse. Other two sides are called legs. So the other two sides I will write legs, right? So now identify legs and hypotenuse of a right angle triangle. So whichever way the triangle is constructed, for example, it's constructed like this. My 90 degree is this. What is opposite to the 90 degree? This. So my hypotenuse is here. And these are the other two sides are called legs. And we know the Pythagorean theorem that square of the longer side, that is hypotenuse, square of the longer side is equals to sum of the square of the two legs. So leg square plus leg square. So sum of the square of the two legs. If we denote or indicate this longer side, which is hypotenuse, as C, and the other two legs as A and B, then my formula becomes C square is equals to A square plus B square. So this is my Pythagorean theorem, which says that the square of the longer side is always equals to sum of the two shorter side or sum of the two legs. And if I want to calculate this C or hypotenuse, I have to take the square root of the other side, because this 2 goes and sit as a half power, which is called radical sign or square root. So my formula becomes this. Similarly, if I want to calculate A, then A square will be equals to, this B square has to go to the other side, so C square minus B square, and A will be equals to under the root c square minus b square. Or if I want to calculate b, I can write c square minus a square. So students have to take care of this first thing, which is the Pythagorean theorem, which says c square is equals to a square plus b square. So if we want to calculate c, we have to add the two shorter side and take the root. Add them. So sum of the two other sides, square of the sum of the two other sides. So leg square plus leg square. So a square plus b square, and we have to take later the square root of those summation, right? So this way we can calculate any side. Determine, if we want to determine whether or not a triangle is a right angle triangle using Pythagorean theorem, then it has to satisfy this rule. This has to be satisfied. C is equals to, or this has to satisfy, right? So wherever we can satisfy, this is A. This is like principle, right? The theorem says that square of the longer side is equals to square of the sum of the square of the two shorter side. So if we want to determine that whether or not a triangle is a right angle triangle, we have to see that this should satisfy. C square is equals to a square plus b square, right? So let's take a challenge or a question here. Let's see that we have this as a right angle triangle, right, and 90 degrees here. So my opposite to 90 degree is this. So this is my hypotenuse, and hypotenuse is a longer side, and which is also indicated as C. The other two sides is legs. One of the leg is given as 15 cm, and the other leg we have to find out. Other leg, or B, we have to find out. Let's say B we have to find out. What is Pythagorean theorem? Pythagorean theorem says that c square is equals to a square plus b square. In this case, hypotenuse is given, which is 17, and we have to find out the other leg. So that means I can plug it in here, or I can switch the equation first. It is up to the student what way they like, what way they feel it easy. I would like to do it like 17 whole square, like plug in the value, whatever is given, a square 15 whole square plus b square, right? So my basic equation is this, which is Pythagorean theorem. I plug in the values because I am known hypotenuse and one of the leg. Hypotenuse is c. So 17 whole square, which is 289, is equals to 15 whole square, which is 225 plus b square. Now it's simple algebra, because I have to get b square and I have to shift this 225 to the other side of the equation. So I will say 289 minus 225 is equals to b square. So my b square is equals to, if we subtract it, it comes out as 64. And then I have to take the root, because b square, I want to take b, find out b. So this square goes to the other side of the equation as the under root of that value, and the square root of 64 is 8 centimeter. So we have find out that this b is 8 centimeter, and this is my answer. So we determine now, if we want to determine that, okay, we have to prove, if we want to prove that it is a right angle triangle. So we can see if we substitute these values into this equation and it satisfies the equation, that means it is a right angle triangle. So question can be asked in any different ways or many different ways. Sometimes he asks, find out the missing side. Sometimes he can give you the sides and then say that, okay, check it out that whether or not it's a right angle triangle. So question can be asked. For example, let's take another example. Let me make some space here so that we are having, so I can erase this one maybe. Example. So I will take another example here. So now question is, choose the correct equation. Choose the correct equation. So now in each case here, two equations are given and we have to find out which equation is correct based on Pythagorean theorem. So if my 90 degree is this, so if my 90 degree is this, let me try it another way. So if my 90 degree is this, right? So this is my J, this is my 90 degree, this is my K, this is my I, and the two equations given to us are these. I square is equals to J square plus K square, and second equation, maybe you can make second equation as J square is equals to I square plus K square. Now we have to check which equation is correct. Question is, choose the correct equation. Based on this knowledge, what we have learned here, and what we know that Pythagorean theorem is square of the longer side. That means J square should be the sum of the two legs. So J square should be the two legs, right? Sum of the square of the two legs. This one is correct. So I will circle this. The other one is incorrect because the other one is saying I square is equals to J square plus K, which is incorrect. Sometimes he can ask which one is incorrect equation, right? But you have to be careful that what the question is asking for. Here question is asking for choose the correct equation. This time I have another equation. For example, I have this and I have this S, I have this R, I have this Q, and this is my 90 degree. And I wrote here two equations. The student need to find out which one is correct. So S is equals to under the root R square plus Q square. And second option is given S is equals to under root R square plus the root Q square. So which one is correct? Question is asking, right? So this is my right angle triangle. Hypotenuse or the longer side is S. So S should be equals to, what we learn is S square is equals to R square plus Q square. This is my knowledge of this Pythagorean theorem. So S will be equals to, we have to take the root on the other side, R square plus Q square. That means my equation 1 is correct, but my equation 2 is false. So in this way, you can check all type of such questions that it should verify your Pythagorean theorem. Let me make another one. Let's say this one is my right angle. So this one is my right angle. This is my hypotenuse, so the longer side, and hypotenuse is here, let's say T. And these two sides are U and V. So this is V, this is U. And the equations given are, one equation is, let's say, U square is equals to T square minus V square. And the second option is given to you as U square is equals to V square minus T square. So you can see that the longer side is this. So that means this square of this should be equals to the sum of these two, right? So if I write here, what I am looking at it with my knowledge that of Pythagorean theorem, that T square is equals to U square plus V square. So I have to manipulate U. So that means U square would be equals to the longer side minus the leg. Which leg? V square. So T square minus V square is the correct answer. So we just think about the knowledge of Pythagorean theorem, the formula of Pythagorean theorem, and then circle the correct one. So I choose this one, right? This is my right answer. So we will carry it on in the second part of this lecture to have more practice on Pythagorean theorem. Hope you like the video. If you like it, subscribe my channel, press the bell icon button to receive another video. Thank you for watching.